Burnout isn't laziness. Burnout is your body saying enough because your nervous system is in survival mode. If you've watched any of my previous videos, you're going to know a little bit about how I feel about how conditioned women are, even to this day, about how they should be able to cope with everything. They should not need anything. They shouldn't expect their needs to be taken care of. What this often ends up in is we get stuck in the stress response. You may have also heard that called fight or flight. But essentially what happens within a stress response is our systems get flooded with this beautiful dump of chemicals that was originally designed to, like, I don't know, outwit or outrun or outfight a saber-toothed tiger. However, that part of our brain excuse me, that deals with fight or flight can't tell the difference between a saber-toothed tiger and an emotional threat, which is usually those sorts of things, emotional threats that push us towards burnout. So sitting constantly in the stress response is a constant cycle of all these chemicals that kind of keep us fizzing, but because we're not burning off those chemicals, fighting a saber-toothed tiger, they kind of sit within our body and we have to wait for them to dissipate. And this can often lead us to feel exhausted to the point of collapse, because we as women often ignore the signals that our bodies are giving us. We have this keep going no matter what mentality, and to a degree sometimes that is true. You know, because yeah, you do have to feed your family, or yeah, you do have to be at work at 9 in the morning for that very important meeting. But we don't offset that with some quiet time, or some time when you haven't got to think about being the best you can be. You can just be exactly how you choose to be. So it's about finding that balance, I think, between have to do this, have to do this, have to do this, and time when you don't have to do anything except look after you. Another side effect of this constant stress cycle is you kind of lose sight of how you feel about things. And I don't just mean physically feel, I mean emotionally feel, and how your brain feels. So let's take a step towards making that a little bit different. And when you have time, and it might be this minute, if it is, great. If it's not, come back to this another time. I want you just to take a minute to sit comfortably. Do a minute's worth of deep breathing using your entire diaphragm. And after that minute, ask yourself, how do I feel physically? How do I feel emotionally? How do I feel mentally? And you might get 3 completely different answers. In that case, choose which one you want to respond to. But if you get something like, physically, I feel tired, mentally, I feel exhausted, and emotionally, I feel drained, your body is telling you you need to rest. And the next thing we need to do is get that rest in our lives as quickly as possible. It might not be in that minute, because you might still have half a work day left, or you've got X, Y and Z to complete before the end of the day, but bookmark some time as soon as possible for you to rest. We need to begin to listen to our bodies if we want to make ourselves feel better, and that's very empowering when you do that. If you want more of this sort of thing, come and hang out in the Becoming Hive, my free Facebook community for quietly rebellious introverted women over 40. There's a link below. In the Becoming Hive, we talk real strategies, no fluff, no bullshit. You could also like this video, comment on this video, and subscribe to this channel. Dust off your throne and polish your crown, Queen, because when you are well, the whole hive thrives. Until next time, swear softly, rebel radiantly, and buzz bravely.